Engine soot builds up silently in your kicks. Here's what actually gets removed when you use premium synthetic oil and proper maintenance.
All right, so that's our 5mm hex you're looking at inside that hole. That's a straw. Angela's gonna go ahead and stick it in. We got our 3/8 driver. Oh, it's not gonna reach. All right, we're back after learning. This little tool here wasn't enough to get there. So sometimes a little extra length does matter. Now she's got the right tool to get in there. So that's gonna go in and keep going until she comes all the way out. And we're just gonna drain it right into that pan. And we're gonna measure what came out and put back in. If you have a scan tool, you can get your transmission to about 140 degrees. And then this little straw that we're gonna be taking out is how you actually fill it to the correct level. Today we're gonna be doing the most simplest service you can do without any special tools. But if you have the special tools, you can actually take off that entire pan, all those little bolts, and you can change what's a mesh screen. Yep, just get ready to catch it. Yep, and that's the straw. So that's like a little tube, and that is the height of the pickup that picks up the transmission fluid inside that pan, and that's the perfect leveling height. And so we have many videos on the channel of how to level and fill a transmission. So now that it's draining, we're gonna let it drain down into the pan. We're gonna drop the car level so all the fluid comes out, and then when we fill it level, we'll be good to go. All right, this is our cork that we just took off, and that's where we're gonna fill it from, is this little hole down here. That's our fill hole right there. And this here is a really thick piece of plastic, and we'll show you exactly what it looks like inside. Yep, flip it that way, and then go right into that little hole in the bottom. Yep, just like that, and good. And so what we did is we stuck a screwdriver straight down the top, so flip it around, and we went straight down here. And once we were down in here, what I did is I twisted the entire screwdriver like this until it cracked this plastic tab. Now the reason why we cracked it is because even if you follow the advice of the other YouTube tutorials on how to take this tab off, it's still not going to work. So show them the O-ring on the other side. Flip it around, keep going. Look at how dry this is. You can actually see dirt and all kinds of dust on this O-ring, and so there's no lubricant on it. So that will actually stick to the aluminum on the tube and won't even come out. Even if you push the tab in the right way and pull straight up, it's still never gonna come out. So don't worry, all you do, stick a screwdriver in, and you're gonna have really strong strength. You're gonna twist it and just crack the tab. Once it cracks, then you can wiggle it and start wiggling in a circular motion. And I'll just show you what that looked like. So we'll throw it back on just for a sec, like this. And so when I had it in here, I had two hands and I was going around in a circle like that, and then it slowly just came off. And so if you have a car with a lot of heat out here, especially with all the dry, you're gonna have to do that to get that off. So we're good. All right, this is all our old CVT fluid. You can see it's a little dark. And hold it from here and here, just so it doesn't bend on you. Yep, you can set it down. Yeah, just watch it doesn't bend. There we go. So we're gonna be able to measure what came out. Perfect. And this total fill on this transmission is 7.4 quarts. Yep. That's good. We'll take a look. So this right here is 2 liters right here. And so we're a smidge under 2 liters. So we're about 1.8 quarts. So we're gonna put back 2 quarts because the OEM fluid is very volatile and some of it can evaporate. And so we're gonna make sure we have enough, but you don't want to overfill your transmission. So if you think, oh, I'm gonna put in 3 to be safe, that can actually overheat it. So we're gonna put in exactly 2 quarts. All right, so we're gonna throw back the plug on the bottom. So little stuff to double check. Make sure your crush washer is still on the bolt. Just hold it, yep, like at the side. So that's actually a metal crush washer that's on there. Make sure that is good. There's no cracks in it, so you don't have any leaks. Inspect your straw. This is an aluminum straw. And then that's the 5mm Allen key. that we took out of the pan. So we're gonna reassemble it the same exact way. We're good to go, everything looks good. We're not gonna replace that crush washer because it looks fine. If you've done it many times before and the crush washer looks old, replace it. All right, a little finishing touch. We're gonna use a little bit of the parts cleaner. Keep her clean. That is clean. All right, what was that question you had, Angela?
I'm just curious, what would happen if you never changed the fluids?
Oh my God.
And then
Well, out here in Las Vegas, at anywhere from 20 to 50,000 miles of city driving, this fluid that comes in these cars would get so oxidized, so thick, that it would actually start to shudder. And so when you're going up an incline, you get it chugging, and you get this, and you'd literally be like, holy crap, I think my whole car is gonna explode. That's number one. Number two, you're doing any engine braking coming down a steep incline. When you're coming down, you can actually have it stay in a higher gear because it's like a sprocket that opens and closes. And so that could actually stay there, and it could chug to where it actually stalls out almost. And so it actually has a process called thermal runaway, where the fluid is thin and it kind of lubricates. Then it gets oxidized and it kind of sandpapers inside. Then it gets so hot, it turns into like chunks of like carbon. And then that's when thermal runaway happens. All of a sudden it just seizes up, and that's it, and it's totally fried. And so I've had people on the channel that have had their transmissions go as little as 20,000 miles and change, 25,000 miles. On a car like this, as long as you change it every 30,000 with this type of fluid, you're gonna be good. If you change it with the OEM fluid, you're gonna wanna change it way before 30,000, because it's not the same film strength as 100% synthetic. And that's what makes this so much different. If you'd like to try it in your vehicle, you can order it through syntheticoilprotection.net. You can also use this QR code. Then I have Google Maps links. I have thousands of customers all over US and Canada that buy these products through my link. And then how the benefit is that I can always personally answer all their questions on the products. So once you use my link, that makes me your go-to independent AMSOIL dealer. So if you have any questions, I can give you personalized recommendations anytime, even on the weekend. And that's what I pride myself on, and showing how to use the products without any big major tools. Like today, everything we had, no major tools. You can take another step further and change this little mesh screen in there, and you can take off the pan and clean the magnets in there. And that is great. I would say do that every 100,000 miles. But right now where we're at, just doing this is gonna be a game changer. We'll come back and do it again, because we're only changing 2 quarts of about 7.4. So it's actually still a significant thing, which we'll drive and she'll say how it feels. But you definitely want to come back and do this again. Like if this was my car, I would come back in 500 miles and do a second round. And then if it was my car, probably at 50,000, I'd probably take the pan off and do all that, because I'd want to keep my car so it drives. But if you just do the fluid, it'll easily get it to 100,000 miles. I'm just a super, clean, performance enthusiast. Yeah. And, I'm into doing all that extra work. But for someone that doesn't have time for that, you don't need to. Just do a couple rounds of this and you're good. So we got this down in our dipstick tube, which I'm going to show you right now. We got Angela on the CVT bottles, and we got a nice clean long funnel that goes down in there. And that's our tube right here. And I'm going to give you a little bit of light. All right, so we're going to give you a little light. And right there is our tube. Right there. You can see the funnel going right into it. And that's our funnel. Super easy. All right, we're good to go. We're putting in the CVT transmission fluid. Now this meets and exceeds the specifications of many vehicles, not only the Nissan spec. And so I'll hold your funnel. We'll give him the show. Show him the liquid gold. She's quick. Easy, easy.
No.
Holy cow. That's a commitment to protection. just jumping in. That's good work. That is good work. And you can see it slowly going right down, right into the trans. And we'll do our second bottle. Just make sure it's going in the transmission. You see it going down the tube? Good. And that's it. I'm gonna say what, an hour to do it. You know, if you were taking your time by yourself, we weren't doing a video, and you can really extend the life of your car, and this can save you easy 5-10 grand of time, and not wasting your time to find another transmission and labor and getting a rental car and all that stuff. And that way your car gets better fuel mileage too, and also steers better. So we're gonna go ahead and put everything away, and we're gonna go ripping around the block. All right, so we're yanking out our long funnel, and Angela's gonna take the tip of that and do a couple of drips right on that O-ring, and that's some of our fresh CVT fluid. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow next time you won't have that dry O-ring, so it'll actually come off. So you can just, yep, see it all nice and saturated. We're good. Just rotate it around a little. And yep, yeah, just get a little more. Don't be afraid to, you're better off being over lubed than under. And that's the only reason why that never came off.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's cracked, but it's not going to come off.
Yep, it won't come off at all. So if you're happy with the O-ring and it's all nice and lubed, just go ahead and stick her back in. Perfect. Yep. Yep, and it should snap right in. Just keep shoving, twist and push, and that's it. Once it's all the way in, we're good. It should be good. Awesome. Sounds great.
Popped on.
Yep, popped on. Everything looks good. We're ready to drive. All right, so we're going to throw in 6 ounces of this Dominator coolant boost. This will allow her car to warm up quicker. And so we'll just dump it right into the coolant. Yep. That's it.
Oh, that'll be good, because I think it's when it's cold, it doesn't act right.
A little more. We'll go to 2 ounces left. Is that 2 ounces left? 4, a little more. All right, we're going to get some good driving impressions. See what she thinks.
Like autonomous steering now.
Wow. You can feel a difference with the steering.
Funny, before this I had a 2008 Nissan Versa. Just like this, but a little bit smaller. So I feel this feels kind of like my Versa now, like a go-kart.
Wow. Wow. So it livened up a little. It's a little zippier. We'll see the mileage. Let's see, we got 43.7. So this is like a brand new car. As in age.
The idle doesn't feel like it was before. Like a rough idle. I don't know how to describe it.
Nice. Nice. A little U-turn action.
Turning radius is really good. Kind of feels more stable.
Nice.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the CVT, yeah, the CVT transmission is a transaxle, so it's a transmission and a differential all in one. And so that's why you want to change it so often, is because it's got 2 jobs. It's got to be your differential and your transmission. And so all that heat goes through that And that's how so many people fry their transmission, because they forget to change the fluid and do the service. You know, if you can clean the magnets and take that off, definitely do it. If not, leave that to a transmission guy. But as far as just doing a drain and fill, you saw it was pretty darn easy. So we really appreciate you being a part of the channel. We're gonna yeah, we can make a U-turn somewhere wherever it's safe, and we'll head back. And if you want to get the products, you can always get those right there at syntheticoilprotection.net, and happy to answer all your questions. And I know you guys are wondering why I got the Band-Aid on. Today I laughed when I was shaving, and so I didn't move the razor, just the lip moved. And boy, I got 3 perfect razor cuts on my thing. They're not deep, so they'll be gone in a couple days, but don't laugh when you're shaving. All right. Any closing notes, Angela?
No, I just appreciate it. Everything you do, and the channel is helping everyone learn and grow. So.
Sweet. Yeah, we pride ourselves on giving a man a fishing pole, or giving a woman a fishing pole and showing her how to fish. She did it. Took the tools, and she did it just great. And that's what it's all about: giving back, sharing the secrets that a dealer will never give you. Make a video.
Yeah.
Now go to drive, see if it clunks. A little bit clunky. That could be the engine mounts and trans mounts. That's probably what it is.
It's on the list, huh?
Yep. Alrighty, end cap. This right here meets a lot of specifications for all the major vehicles and equipment. So this is will not void your warranty, and you're protected by what's called the Magnuson-Moss Act. So if you have a company that says you have to use an oil and they give you the oil for free, then it's tied to your warranty. You have to use it. But on a car like this, they don't give you transmission fluid for free or oil, so you have the right to use the lubricants you want to with your vehicle. So this is what we used, and that's why it says right here, warranty secure. Not going to void your warranty. You can put this in at 500 miles, which I had a really good customer. He just got a Nissan, and he called me. He goes, when would you put it in? I said at the 500 mile mark. That's when I would do it. So that's what I'd recommend. And then Angela, did you want to say anything on how you feel about your car now after we started, other than all the different phases of changing it to the Signature Series, doing the oil filter change, which we did today, which you'll see that on her playlist with her car, and then we did this was our third thing we did. And then you want to say on how it feels?
It feels great. The turning radius, just the stability, the idle. What was the other thing you said?
That's what we did.
Yeah, like the steering. Oh, the steering. Yeah. The steering feels really good, and I'm just happy to have a drive a bunch of dogs around, and so I'm just happy to have a safety for them.
Yeah. Well, we're happy with the way this thing's running. You're gonna have to watch those other videos we did. The oil change and the filter change. Those will all be right here in the middle on her playlist with everything we did to it. And if you want to get these products, you can always order them through syntheticoilprotection.net. Cheers to protection. See ya.